Hi everyone, once again welcome to GuiNet Technologies, and let's start our ZIA-Zscaler video session, right? So today we are going to understand about the traffic forwarding methods. What all we have the traffic forwarding methods. In the last class we understand about the SSMA, that is single scan multi actions, and before that we understand the packet flow, understand the reporting logs and the control plane, data plane, architecture elements. So everything we are understanding is step by step. So let's understand about the traffic forwarding methods. What are the traffic forwarding method in the Zscaler? So first you have to understand what does means traffic forwarding, right? What does means traffic forwarding? So that means, let's say suppose you having any customer location. First you have to understand you having one of the customer location. Many people don't having this kind of the understanding. They always confused. This customer location might be having the routers. Let me just draw a little bit. Might be having a one routers, or one router could be your firewalls. Just take an examples. This could be your firewalls, any L3 device. So either could be the router or could be the firewall. Both way. Just think you having a router, internet router. You having a taken connection, internet connection. This is going to be connected. This is again might be connected with another ISP, but it is again internet. It is connected. Behind this firewall or this router, what could be the connection? Could be the switch, layer 2 switch, layer 3 switch. You might be going to deploy the SBI, or you can create the SBI if it is a layer 3 switch, or if it is a layer 2 switch, might be you have to create the SBI L3 interface on the firewall or on the routers. So it totally depend how you're going to do that. So this is a layer 3 switch, and behind this layer switch might be having the access layer, or you could direct connect the users. I'm just taking the very small example so you can easily understand. So this is how your any branch site location architecture looks like. Now why I am drawing this, you have to understand. So let's say suppose this user want to talk with the internet, any PC 1 2 3 4, they want to go on the internet. They can go via this way, they can go via this way. This is one path, and they can go via this way also. So might be this link you are using for the guest users, guest user traffic, and this is for the corporate traffic. This could be the possibility you are using this kind of the two links. So the next question is coming in your mind, or might be I try to help you with that. Where is Zscaler? Where is Zscaler? And why I'm discussing this all? So understand this. If you're not using your in-house proxy, that means somehow you have to reach to Zscaler proxy, which is not inside of your network. It is always going to outside of your network. So this might be the Zscaler, proxy. This is nothing. This is your gen, like Zscaler enforcement node. So this is Zscaler proxy. This might be also connected with the internet this way. This might be also connected with the internet, or might be this is your Facebook servers. They want to access. So if your corporate user wanted to access, they will come here to access the Facebook. If your guest user wanted to access, they can come and access the Facebook. So this is the normal traffic flow. This is the normal traffic flow. If you're not using the Zscaler, your traffic directly come from your LAN, and they can go to the any Google, any Facebook, any Yahoo, any Dropbox, any Salesforce, any application. There is no dependency on the Zscaler. But what is the problem is going to happen? Let's say suppose you're not using the firewalls, your router doesn't having a capability who can do the security checks. Your router doesn't having a capability who can do the security checks. So this is the problem. Or firewall can do, but they also having some kind of the limit. They can do exactly next generation firewall having the all feature, but Zscaler having the more flexibility, more cheaper than firewalls. So I'll explain, I'll compare later stage. What are those differences we have, proxy and the firewalls. But if just think about this is your router is just processing the traffic, then Normal routing is going to happen. And based on the routing, you just have to perform the NAT. Your private address need to be converted in the public address, and you can simply send the traffic on the facebook.com. Here your traffic landed. No security. Now, you having a requirement. You having a requirement. You using the router or might be the firewall, but still you want to inspect the traffic via the Zscaler. This is a requirement. Then how your traffic is going to land to the Zscaler. So just let me delete these two links and just let me just clear. So again, you have to access this Facebook. Facebook is going to remain same. It is not going to be changed. So let me just use, this is your Facebook. Facebook is again, you have to access, but now how you are going to access the Facebook via the Zscaler. So the moment you are introducing the Zscaler in your network, then you have to understand this traffic forwarding method. So the traffic forwarding method is the way how your user traffic is going to forward it to Zscaler. This is the traffic forwarding method. You are not directly allowed to go and access the internet via router or via firewall. You have to do something. Your traffic first reach from your LAN user via router to the Zscaler, and then Zscaler having responsibility to connect to the any internet application. So this is the traffic forwarding method. I hope you guys are getting me. Okay. So now how this is going to happen. So there is two way. One is a transparent forwarding and one is the explicit forwarding. So you see, so we'll discuss one by one. What is a transparent forwarding? What is a transparent forwarding? So if I am talking about the transparent, that means your network, whatever your network you have, you don't have to do any kind of changes. Whatever the legacy network you are using, keep using them. No need to do any kind of the changing. Just, build any kind of the three solutions and send traffic to the Zscaler. You don't have to do NAT. You don't have to do any kind of the additional steps, any configuration change in your LAN, no routing, no switching. Only you use either of the solution. Transparent means you just simply receive the traffic and process to the Zscaler without any additional changes in your network. Just changes is going to require, just make the connection to the Zscaler, but this connection based on the GRE. And even there is no IPSEC, you can just completely use the plain GRE. Why? Because Zscaler basically handle the based on the HTTPS traffic. So they are already encrypted traffic. Even you are sending this traffic on the GRE tunnel, nobody going to decrypt it. So why you are going to build additional overhead on the IPSEC over GRE over IPSEC? So no IPSEC is going to require. You just use the GRE tunnel. After using the GRE tunnel, you just send your LAN traffic for the any destination via GRE tunnel to the Zscaler. So just build the tunnel from here to here over the internet and send traffic to the Zscaler, right? Via the GRE tunnel. So once traffic is going to come from your LAN, this is going to encapsulate it under the GRE without any NAT. And once the traffic landed to the Zscaler, they is going to make on behalf of you connection to the internet. But before making the connection on behalf of, this is the proxy. Proxy, what basically? Proxy is just, talking on behalf of someone else. You might be heard about, if you are in the college or the university or might be the school, you have done some proxy attendance. Might be your friend is not in a class and ma'am say, hey, XYZ, you available? You say, yes, ma'am. Ma'am is just focusing on the, their register or their, attendance sheet. She's not looking at you, but you did the proxy things. Your friend is even not in the class, but his attendance has been marked. So this is a proxy. If someone is just doing something on behalf of you, so that's become the proxy. So he is going to initiate the connection with the Facebook. And once the reply is going to come again, it is going to inspect. So your connection is going to receive by Zscaler. They're going to enforce all the policy based on this all architecture, what we discuss in the packet flow. Once the policy has been inspected, Once your packet is ready to send, they will initiate the TCP handshake session, a TCP three-way handshake session with the Facebook, and they will initiate the connection and they will reply on behalf of the Facebook to you. So this is how it is going to work. So this is the first GRE. Second one, this is the first one, GRE. We'll discuss the benefits and the caveats one by one. Second one is the enterprise VPN. This is nothing. This is the IPSEC. So even you want to build the IPSEC, not GRE, you can use the IPSEC tunnel as well. So this is your IPSEC, pure IPSEC. So even from the firewall, you can build the GRE. If the Palo Alto firewall using, even you can build the GRE. Even you want to build the IPSEC from the router, you can build the IPSEC tunnel as well. So both possibility is available. You want to build the tunnel, you can build from here. It could be the GRE, could be the IPSEC. Or if you want to build the GRE over IPSEC, that is also possible. But why you just going to add the additional overhead? Zscaler saying you can just build the GRE or IPSEC individually. It is absolutely fine. So this is a two-way. So you can send the traffic to the Zscaler via the GRE without changing any your legacy network setup. You can send via the VPNs, or even you having the legacy proxy available in your network. Let's suppose you having your internal proxy who is handling your all web traffic while going to the internet, and you want to do that. Proxy chaining means, proxy chaining is something like you just connecting one proxy to the another proxy. Your on premises hardware, proxy chaining on premises hardware is just going to make a connection with the Zscaler proxy. That is a proxy chaining, means you are connecting two proxy. So you sending the traffic from your proxy to the Zscaler. That's the very not very common basically customers use, but yes, there is a provision we can use it. But again, you having the some kind of the caveats also. They provide the automatic failover also, right? So this possibility also we have. So this is again third option. So these all are the traffic forwarding method. These are the transparent traffic forwarding method. So in this transparent, we having the GRE, that is a recommended, highly recommended. See, this already mentioned by the GSK recommended. But if you want to use IPSEC, you can use. If you want to use the proxy, you can use. So what is the benefits while using the GRE? So this is the inline traffic forwarding. No need to do anything. No change on the desktops. Nothing you have to do any change in network connection. You can define the sub-location policies. Seamless failover is going to happen. How the failover is going to happen? Let's say suppose you having a site here, right? Again, this is a site, and in this site you having a one router. Just think about, and you having a two gen here, gen 1 and gen 2. Might be one in the India and one in the Singapore. You build a tunnel, one GRE tunnel on this gen on the same router, or might be you can build that different router also, and one is this one. So this is your primary, this is your secondary. So all LAN traffic which is coming from the LAN, they keep sending primarily from this way. In case of this down, this is going to fail over on this way. Same it is going to happen with the IPsec tunnel. Same it is going to happen while doing the proxy chaining. You can build the two proxy chaining with the two different data centers. So this is a GNR data center, DC1, DC2, from different region, different countries. So if you go on the Zscaler, let me just show you something. If you go on the help.Zscaler, right? So you'll find a lot of data center across the globally. So if you are in the India or might be the any other Asian country, and if you want to, let me show you where help the Zscaler. So let me, where it is. Let me see. So data center getting started, data center, where it was, data protection GIA. Let me, yeah, Zscaler data center details. Zscaler GIA data centers. Let me see, it should be in config.Zscaler. Sorry, I was in the wrong. Actually, help is something documentation. You just have to go in the config.zscaler.com. Okay. So in this data, in this config.jscaler, they're having a different clouds. So what are the clouds? So I told, like, they having the JS cloud, that is central authority. These are the cloud, and they also represent, they are the part of the all chains. So you're having a lot of different data center like Zscaler.net, Zscaler 1.net, 2.net, 3.net, GS Cloud, Zscaler Beta.net, Zscaler Government.net. So in your organization, if you're using the GIA, any of the cloud is going to map to you. You have to check. You map the GS Cloud, Zscaler.net. You have to check. You just go in the admin portal of your GIA portal and you will find that information. So once, let's suppose I'm mapped the Zscaler.net or 1.net. So I'll just click on it. And corresponding to this cloud, how many data center we have? So see, EMEA, we having a lot of data center. You can see London, Lagos, Cape Town, Johannesburg, America, we having the New York, San Francisco. If you go in the Asian country also, let me see here. So probably they don't have the Asian country in this particular cloud, but let me just change the JS cloud. We'll find the more data center because it's quite popular. So here you can see EMEA, more data center now it will get here. So you'll get the Brussels, you get the Cape Town, and similarly you can find Dubai. So let me see, India also we have. So this is the EMEA, right? So let me just go in the APEC country. So this is Frankfurt. I'll find somewhere. We having a Chennai, we having the Mumbai, we having a Delhi. Three we having the data centers, right, available in India. So let me see what happened. Zurich, Americas, we having probably in last we having the APEC. So Lagos, Mexico City, New York, and Toronto, Washington DC. Yeah, now this is the APEC countries. Okay, Auckland we have two, Beijing, Chennai. See, Chennai we having Chennai 1, Chennai 2, Hong Kong. This is the Hyderabad also they introduced. This is very new. Even it is not in use, not ready for use. So they are building the Hyderabad also. So they keep building the data center. Mumbai, you can see 4 data center. So Mumbai also they are having, New Delhi also they are having. So these are the data center in India, Singapore, Sydney. So probably we having a lot of data centers, and all data center having the provision, they can build the tunnels. So you can use this. So seamless failover, least overhead is going to happen because you just simply have to encapsulate your traffic in the GRE tunnel and you just have to send the Zscaler. Zscaler further going to take care. IP surrogate supported. We'll discuss what is the IP surrogate, right? What does means the IP surrogate? This is very important. So I'll discuss later about this particular topic. Caveat, like, you just have to build the static egress IP interface. You have to configure you have to bring the GRE capable router or firewall. So might be if you're running the 9.0 OS version in the Palo Alto firewall, so they are not supporting the GRE. Some routers also not supporting the GRE. So you have to select those devices who having the GRE capability, either it's a router or the firewall. So these are the caveats, right? Caveats. So you have to take care. But if you talk about the IPSEC having the inline traffic forwarding the same, no network change you have to do, dynamic IP branch office, right? Sublocation policy, optimal encryption, even you can do the encryption, IPSEC will also support. So these are the very, useful or very, frequently you'll find. Even for me, I see a lot of customers are using this GRE and IPSEC both. Proxy chaining I had never seen in my entire career, but if you guys see that it is going to be happen. But the configuration, we know how it is going to be done. But production, I never seen from my customer they're using the proxy chaining. Why they're going to do proxy? Why they're going to pay? Just to use the one proxy and do the same work. The based of the time, based on the resource, based on the you're just adding one more device for your troubleshooting. So make your network very simple. Already it's a very complex technology, but you can do. So no change in network. Leverage existing proxy. See, you can leverage the existing proxy on premises hardware sublocation using the cross factors, and automatic failover also going to happen. Latency in due to two proxy is going to happen because your one is Zscaler proxy, another is your on proxy. Failover may not be transparent in this case, but here the failover is going to be seamless and transparent because due to the two proxy might be it is have some kind of complication. It is not very transparent. So this is the caveats associated with the transparent forwarding. And these are the benefits associated with the enterprise proxy. So if you are just planning to understand the Zscaler concepts, you just have to understand these theories as well. Okay. Now we having a second way of the traffic forwarding. What is second way? So second way, these all are recommended for the office users. These all are recommended for the office user. Trust me. This is basically recommended for the office user. If you're working from office, these are the best way to send the traffic from your office to Zscaler. But what about if you're working from home? You're working from anywhere. How the traffic is going to be forwarded to the Zscaler? Because there is no LAN subnet. How you can build a tunnel from your router, home router? You got my point. So there is no, your router is the home router, broadband router. So let's understand the scenario. You are here. This is your laptop, right? This laptop is connected to your home broadband, right? This is the home broadband, and this home broadband further connected with the internet. So this is the internet. This is connected. You connected via the Wi-Fi or might be the LAN, whatever. So this is your home. You cannot build the tunnels from here to here, right? They are not basically going to allow. So how you can send the traffic? So these kind of traffic is known as the road warriors. What we know as the road warriors. So the person who is working from the anywhere or the home, right, in Zscaler, that is known as the road warriors. Let me just write here. So you are working from home. That means you are the road warriors. Road, you can just write here warriors. Means you working from home, or working from anywhere, right? Just think, you are traveling. It could be the cafe, it could be the restaurant, it could be the railway stations, it could be in the airports, could be anything. I don't care. So those users who basically work from anywhere or the home, they also need to have to access the internet by using their laptop. Might be company given the laptop. So again, you need the internet, you have to access the Facebook. Then how we can protect, or your company laptop having some important sensitive data. So your data should be also protected. It should not like I can go in my home network and I can just use my laptop. I can just transfer any file to my internet, Gmail or Yahoo, or I can send to anyone. This should be the protected. Even I'm working from home, or I cannot share my sensitive data of the company. So for those kind of the users, we having a different type of solution, traffic forwarding method. So this is the completely for the office users. But if you are working from home, for you, we having the forwarding method that is the explicit forwarding. So if I talk from the explicit forwarding, we having a two-way of the forwarding. One is via the pack file, right? One is via the pack file, and one is by the Zscaler app. So might be you guys very aware about pack file, proxy auto configuration. So pack file is known as the pack is equal to, let me just write here, proxy auto configuration. You might have seen this kind of the pack file is going to install in your browser, or they're going to push from their proxy to your browser, so they can just bypass your legacy routings. Proxy, what basically proxy do, you can just don't have to use any of your routings. Your underlay routings are not going to be used. Whatever the proxy settings configure according to the proxy setting in the laptop and browser is going to send the traffic to that destination or that proxy, whatever it is configured. So this is a proxy. This is a very common. So if you're working from the home, you use the explicit forwarding. Then in that case, your company might be use the pack file in your browser. And in case of the pack file, you are just connecting to the any internet based on the pack file policy. You are, whether you are accessible to the any URL, any destination, or might be you're not accessible, or might be it is going to be block some website and some kind of the apps as well. The second thing is the Zscaler app, that is known as the GCC. And this is the very common, very recommended GCC, Zscaler Client Connector. What is known as the Zscaler Client Connector. So this is GCC app. So you can use the GCC as well. You can use the GCC Client Connector, and by using the GCC Client Connector, and trust me, how it's looked like. Let me show you later. I'll show you the everything. So if you go on the Google and you just GCC Zscaler, so you'll find that in GCC this kind of the application, like in your PC, you might be have this kind of VPNs. You know Cisco AnyConnect VPN. You know the Global Protect. It is going to install. Let me show you the Global Protect for the Palo Alto. Cisco AnyConnect. You just write it Global Protect. Global Protect. So you just go in the image, see this kind of the Global Protect software is going to install in your firewall. And once you put the URL, username, password, it is going to connect your internal network by sitting in the home. Same thing is going to happen with the Zscaler. They known as the app with the GCC app. This app should be installed in your PC user machine. This connector app need to install in the user machine, and you have to activate your GIA service if you want to access GPA service. We'll discuss JDX digital experience services. All you have to enable, and they need to be authenticated again. If they are not going to authenticate, you are not going to access any internet. So this is the most common way. GCC app should be installed in your PC. Once this app is going to install in your PC, then it will automatically build the tunnels toward their Zscaler nearest chain. And once you want to access the internet traffic from the home, then they use the GIS services to send the traffic to the like the internet based destination. And you want to access the internal application, then they use the GPA services. So both are going internal, external, both are going to be used, but your all policy is going to be enforced. All policy, whatever the policy you want, URL filtering, data filtering, antivirus scanning, malware scanning, bot, anything vulnerability, they all are going to be protected. IDS, IPS. So these are the explicit forwarding method. Only we have proof that is for the road warriors. That is for the working from home users. So what is the benefits for the pack file? Easily migrated from the existing. So if you're having the already pack file using for your legacy proxy solution, you can just easily migrate. No additional overhead is going to require. It's completely compatible with the Zscaler. Roaming user coverage. See, roaming is road warriors. Dedicated proxy port we have. Full failover we have. GUIP based pack file we can configure any exception, any destination you want to exempt. That is also possible. Caveats we have. Browser specific. This is only work in the browsers. GPU central deployment, right? We can do GPU central deployment. That is again, it is like going to apply for everyone. We don't have the control for the user specific. May not cover non-browser apps. So if you want to access any application, like you want to install and you want to restrict the FTP servers, SFTP services, they are not going to accessible by using this pack file, or they might be not, going to cover those kind of the services. So only the application who is going to access in the browser, that is going to protected on, and there can be the only control, like whatever I'm typing on the internet, they all the browser. But any application installed like FTP server I have installed or EVNG I have installed, they are not basically going to be, cover like putty session I'm whatever doing. So only the browser based application, any telnet, SSH, SFTP, DNS, they all are not going to be, cover in here. So this is the problem. But if using the GCC app, it is going to cover each and everything. It is going to cover each and everything. Why? Because your GCC app, once you're having the user PC, right? This is PC and this is your gen, right? This is your internet. Might we just think about this is your internet. So they are going to build a tunnel directly from the PC by using this GCC app. This tunnel could be tunnel 1.0 or could be tunnel 2.0. I'll discuss more about tunnel 1.0, what is, and 2.0. If you are going to use the tunnel 1.0, only it is going to inspect and send the traffic based on the HTTP or HTTPS. Means port 80 and port 443. No other traffic can be sent. It's a very clear forward, clear, funda of the tunnel 1.0. So if you're having any other FTP, TFTP, any other services, you cannot go and inspect that Fire tunnel 1.0. So that's the next version of tunnel, that is 2.0. It can carry any type of traffic. I'll discuss more. Any type of traffic. So this is again a new benefits we have. In GRE, we can send any kind of traffic. In GRE, basically, we can send encapsulate any traffics, wave, non-wave, whatever we have. But in this pack, if you're using GCC pack, also based on the browsers, GCC can use tunnels. If 1.0, that only the web traffic. If you want to send the non-wave, then you have to change the tunnel 2.0. So this is the next thing we have to understand. So what is the benefits we have? It can support any Windows machine, Mac, Android. Enforceable temper proof, right? It can be temperable, whatever the configuration we have, the communication we have, it is very secure. GUIP based closest node, it is going to choose automatically. So once your JCC is installed in the PC, you are in the India, it is always going to choose nearest Zen, not Singapore. So we might be you are in Delhi, so Delhi can be selected primary, or Mumbai is nearest, Chennai is nearest. They're going to check the distance automatically based on the geolocation. So if Mumbai is nearest to you, then they build the second tunnel with the Mumbai. Second tunnel with the Mumbai. So this is the Mumbai Zen, right? So this Mumbai Zen again a second tunnels. So your traffic is going to come here. They primarily keep sending to here. If any failover is going to happen, any down data center is going to happen for this Zscaler, they will automatically seamless doing the failover to the Mumbai. So you no need to worry at all. You just have to install the application. After installing the application, you can do that for full failover. Caveats we have. We having the GPO group policy, right? And the app store for the deployment that we just definitely required may not cover non-browser apps, but it is cover if you're using the 2.0, right? So most of the things they are just changing, they are just developing new things. So probably all ports and protocol planned for the future release. So these are the cover in the 2.0. So this was the earlier problem in if you're using tunnel 1.0, but 2.0 is like compatible for the everything. So I hope you guys enjoy this particular traffic forwarding method. You understand what is a traffic forwarding, why the traffic forwarding is GRE and IPSEC VPN proxy chaining is important while working from the office. And this is only for the office users, right? But if you're working from home, you just have to use the explicit forwarding method. That is a pack file and Zscaler. These are the road warriors users. Next, we'll do the deep dive about the policy, how the policy is going to be enforced, and everything we'll discuss about the enforcement policy. So just wait, right? We'll come with the new video and we'll discuss about everything. Thanks for watching and thanks for showing trust, with the GuiNet. Thank you.